Apalak, hi, how are you?
Hey Amit, all fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, Apalak, as usual. Apalak, the new proposed data protection bill, which is being framed by the center, will have heavy penalties for personal data breach.
Right.
Your
Amit, this one, this one is a funny story. This is the Fourth Amendment in so many years. I mean, we had the first draft in 2018, and can you imagine every year, literally? I mean, if you consider that, we've had amendments in this,
right.
And because all these amendments have a very large implication on how data is protected. I really don't know what's the reason for so many iterations, because I really hope that government gets it correct this time onwards, right? And we do not have successive amendments every year. With a lot at stake is what I feel. The new draft, I mean, if you remember, we covered this story, Amit, a couple of months back in August of this year. The last bill was revoked and pulled down, right? And it was suggested that during the winter session, which is I think going to start in the month of December, the government is going to table this new draft, right? So this is what it is. So few large changes here. One is, I think one fundamental difference is, in the 2019 bill, which was there, I think the penalty that was levied was around 15 odd crores or 4% of your global turnover. Now the stakes are much more higher, right? In the current proposed bill, it's almost around 200 to 250 odd crores. It can go up to 200 to 250 odd crores, given what the kind of breach has taken place, right? So it also proposes setting up a new data protection board, which would work as a, the chief board, which would oversee all these statutory norms, right? The current bill is actually open for public comments, right? Like I said, it's in its fourth state of iteration. But also you have to understand the basic difference with the Fourth Amendment bill is this focuses primarily on personal user data, right? That and also more to do with data processed on a digital format or an offline format, but processed digitally. So a lot of people who understand this more, experts around this about data protection, privacy, and security, seem to suggest that it could have been more stringent. Why? Because imagine anybody whose data is getting captured manually, and that data is not processed digitally, that is not under the purview of this draft.
Right.
It lowers the degree of protection. Second, there are also issues of data sovereignty. This apparently states all Indians who are under the jurisdiction of the India geography, they will be covered. But that does not include people who reside outside India. So, for instance, if there is some data captured for an NRI who is not based out of India, he or she is not covered in this. Right? So there are two, obviously there are multiple claims to how good or bad this particular new bill is, right? I hope the government listens to all of these, takes a note, and eventually when they propose and table this, we get a much more stringent guideline, because let's face it, we cannot really hope to have a new amendment every year, right? I think areas about how we can capture data sovereignty, how we can cover data which is processed manually. All of these will make it a little more stricter than it currently is. But I think hopefully it's in the right direction.
Absolutely, Apalak. And hopefully, the central government will get this right, this time, and we'll wait to see what happens during the winter session of the parliament as well.
Right.
Thank you so much for your inputs, Apalak. Look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.